Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Larry Yusuf, your anchor on this beautiful channel where you always get valuable content to help you in your migration journey and with the IELTS test. Today, I'm here today to do something a little bit different from what we've been doing before. If you've been following our trend here, in the past couple of videos that we've done, we've been trying to give you what we call added value to the IELTS test. And today, I'm going to go that same line and also share more valuable content that you will need for your journey. Are you ready for me today? Now, I'm going to talk about a country that I know a lot of people dream about. One of the most, aspirational places in the world is the United Kingdom. I mean, who wouldn't love the United Kingdom? The United Kingdom is the place that gave us London, place that gave us Manchester. If you're a football fan, I'm pretty sure you've heard about the Premier League. If you're not a football fan, if you're a lady, I'm pretty sure you've heard about the fact that the fashion industry in the UK is quite developed. There's a lot of things that you can get in the UK. I can go on and on and on about the United Kingdom. It's a lovely, lovely, amazing place to be. When people walk into my classroom and tell me they want to write the IELTS, if there are 10 people walking into my classroom, I can assure you that about 6 to 7 of them are planning to go to the United Kingdom. And if you take a poll of those 7 people and ask them, what are you planning to do in the United Kingdom? I can assure you that majority of them, about 75%, are going there for a carer's job. Now, please take that back. A carer's job. Now, one of the most, hilarious things that I've heard recently has been descriptions of what a carer's job entails. And someone told me, oh, isn't that the thing where you go to the United Kingdom to wash old people's butts? Am I allowed to say that word here? Yes, butts. Old people's butts. Isn't that a place where you go to sort of just, deal with people who have probably lost all their bodily functions and you have to be there as like a human crutch for them? Someone even said that isn't that a place where you go to do the things that you cannot do for your own old parents or your grandparents just to get paid? Well, I can neither confirm nor deny all of these descriptions, but I can tell you categorically that I have a lot of students who have gone through my classroom and who are currently living in the UK with their families and who are doing this job and who are doing exceedingly well for themselves. So, if your decision is to migrate to the UK to work as a caregiver in a medical facility or in an assisted care living home, this video is for you. And even if you're not planning to do that, I also think that you will get 1 or 2 things from this video. Why? In today's video, I'm going to list the steps that you would need to take to move from being someone who is just looking at your computer thinking, how do I get to the UK? What exactly do I do to being the person who has gotten a job and who has started living and working in the UK? Are you ready for me today? I've asked this question about 3 times or 4 times, and I'm going to ask it again. Are you ready for this? If you are, please come along. Oh no, before you do that, please ensure you go down to the comment section. Please leave a comment on our comment section telling us what you've gained from this video, telling us what you'd like us to clarify for you, telling us what you'd like us to talk about on our channel, and also just click on that bell that you can see right below your video. It's a notification bell. It alerts you every time we drop valuable content here, and I can assure you that week in, week out, we're dropping something that you need, that you would watch and you would go, whoa, that is deep. So, what exactly do you need? What exactly does a carer's job entail, and how do you get that job? There are a couple of things that you need to do even before you start searching for a job. A lot of people walk into the class to tell me, oh, I'm writing the IELTS test next week. And I tell them, oh, you are? That means you've already gotten notification to get a job. You've already gotten like a COS. You've already gotten like a job that you're applying for. And they go, oh, no, I don't have all of that. I'm just writing the IELTS first. And after I write the IELTS, I'll start the whole process. Don't do that. Do not do that. If you do that, you're setting yourself up for a world of pain. The IELTS test, as it is now, is only valid for 2 years. And I can assure you that if you're not careful, if you do not go through the right pathways, if you do not search for the correct information, you can spend an average of a year or probably a year and a half just on this job search process, looking for the best jobs out there. Yes, if you use an agent, it might be faster, but Who needs an agent when you can do it yourself? Imagine the amount of money the agent is going to take from you. If you're watching us anywhere from sub-Saharan Africa or in South Asia, I'm pretty sure that you're probably leaving your country to go to the United Kingdom because you want some financial upliftment. And if you have to pay an agent tons and tons of money just to do that, well, it might not really be worth it. A carer's job in the UK is in the medical line. What you're doing is to work as an auxiliary or as an assistant to the qualified professional medical personnel, like nurses or doctors. For a carer's job in the UK, you're working in convalescent homes, you're working in assisted care homes, you're working with people who probably have medical conditions that will probably need them to have someone monitor their bodily functions, monitor their day-to-day activities. You're probably working with people who probably due to age, they have issues that would need them to be assisted. A carer's job does not necessarily translate into working with old people. You could be working with people who live on the disability spectrum, like autistic children. You could probably be working with people who have been in traumatic fatal accident and who probably have lost control of their bodily functions. So there are so many roles that you can function. So before you knock it, do try it first. Now, how does this process run? It is one of the most lucrative entry paths into the UK right now. I can actually confirm that for you. I've had tons and tons of people come in here and tell me that I got into the UK, I worked as a carer for a year, I worked as a carer for 3 years, I've been working as a carer for 15 years, and it's been the most amazing experience of my life. The first thing that you need to do before you even think of leaving your country, before you even think of registering for the IELTS, is to get your papers right. By mean papers, I mean documents. What documents are relevant to you? What documents would you need to migrate? First and foremost, you need an international passport. I see a lot of people tell me, oh, Mr. Lanre, I'll probably be traveling next year. And I ask them, so what's the status of your international passport? I don't have one. I don't know. I haven't checked my international passport in the past maybe 8 months. You're joking, right? I'm pretty sure you know that you're joking. Your international passport is the most valid document that you need to begin any process that requires you to leave your country. Now, you're talking about the United Kingdom. This is a place that a lot of people aspire to go to. Definitely, you need your international passport. So what do you need from your international passport? You need to have one. That's the first one. You also need it to be valid. What does that mean? Your international passport expires. You know that, right? So here in my country, Nigeria, we have international passports that have validity for 5 years, that have validity for 10 years. Depending on the one you apply for or which country you're watching us from, please ensure that you check your passport. Your passport must have an expiry validity of at least 6 months. So there must be at least 6 months validity on your passport before you intend to travel. But you want some advice from me? Please ensure you get a fresh passport that will probably last you at least 3 years before you travel. What if you do a passport that has validity for 6 months and you get there and you're stuck in the UK working, grinding, hustling for the next 1 year? That means that immediately after that 1 year, you have to apply for another passport back in your home country or in the embassy of your home country. And if you're unlucky to come from one of those countries where the embassy or where the foreign missions do not work well, you know what happens, right? So please ensure that your passport is valid. Ensure that the expiry date on it is quite robust so that you can easily be there in comfort without that, without that fear, without that constant anxiety that comes from having an expired passport. And for those of you who are frequent travelers, please check your passport. You've gone to so many places in the world. You're a world traveler. You've been to so many places. You've had so many stamps on your passport. Do you have some valid pages? Do you have some blank pages on your passport that could be used to stamp your UK visa? Have you checked? If you don't, it'll be a good time to apply for a new passport. So that's the first thing. You must get your international passport sorted if you have any hope of traveling at all. Another document that you might probably need to get is your birth certificate. And why is this? We know that there's a lot of fraud, especially age fraud, going around all around the world. People are reducing their ages. People are increasing their ages. No, I don't think people increase their age that much. People reduce their, especially females. Apologies to the female folk, but people are reducing their ages. So please get a valid birth certificate. I'm pretty sure that your employer would definitely want to know if you are the age you claim to be. So a valid birth certificate will do that for you. If you do not have it, if you've lost it, get an affidavit that certifies that you are the age that you say you are. If you're a woman and you've gotten married, now getting married might probably mean that you've changed your surname. Getting married might probably mean that you've changed your surname. Somebody just watched. Why did I pause there? Yes, because it's an in thing now for women not to change their surname. And I think I applaud that. Those compound names, it sounds so really nice. They roll off your tongue, but just don't get distracted. So if you've changed your surname from probably your maiden name to your husband's name, it'll be a good idea to get your marriage certificate to back that up. Those two things are very valid. A birth certificate, a marriage certificate, your international passport, very valid. If you're planning to come to the UK to work as a carer, a driver's license would actually be nice also too. Why do you need a driver's license? If you're not driving, if you're not walking around the UK, I will give you more information about that in the next part of this video. Oh, didn't I tell you? It's going to be a two-part series because we have a lot of information to give you and we don't want to just compress everything into one. But here's a snippet. If you're coming to the UK to work as a carer, there's something called a domiciliary carer, which means that you don't actually station yourself in an hospital or in a medical facility. You're actually like a roaming carer who goes from home to home to care for people who probably need it. So somebody has a parent in the house living there without any other person. You might probably resume there in the morning, do an hour or 2 hour shift and move to another house. For you to do that kind of job, you definitely need a valid driver's license and you need to know how to drive. And here's the news flash for you. The driver's license that you have from your country is probably valid for a year in the UK until you need to probably get a local driver's license in the United Kingdom. So please tidy up driver's license if you're coming to the UK. And of course, your school certificates. Everybody needs to know that you're educated. Get them sorted. That's the first steps. Get those documents sorted. And please stay tuned to our video so that you can get all the things you need to get that carer's job that you've been applying for, that you've been hoping for. Join us.